on,
I
hold on.
look like a fucking terrorist. Hold on.
Mate, you look great. Mate, okay, boom, we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special episode of Wandering Bear Sports, the #1 sports podcast in the world and also in Mexico as well, apparently. Now, today's guest is a very, very special person. He's been once described as the Dennis Rodman of Hong Kong rugby. He's the baddest blue belt under 100 kilos and over the age of 30 in Singapore.
I'm 105 kilos at the moment, but keep going.
Compliance expert Lachlan Chubb. How are you, my friend?
I'm fucking outrageously fantastic, mate. What's going on?
Mate, thanks for doing this. How are you?
I'm good. Busy sort of changing the world of compliance.
Mate, I don't know what compliance is, and it doesn't sound very interesting. But
it's like being a referee.
It's those that can't participate referee. Well, those that can't do referee. So, bro, one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you, apart from the fact that it's my birthday, and if I could have a beer with anyone, probably wouldn't be you, but you'd definitely be up there. No, that's not true. Are you having a beer?
No, mate, I'm 28 days into this thing called dry January, and I'm miserable as fuck. I'm heavier, and I look like shit, to be honest.
There you go. You're back.
Here I am.
No, you actually look good. Beard's looking thick. Glasses. I like the glasses.
Yeah, I'm getting a new pair this week, trying to make me look more studious.
So, mate, I'm starting this thing that I'm going to do with mates of mine, and it's going to be like a bit of a beer review while we talk some shit. So, oh, there we go. Look at me. Fuck, look
That's
at Cow. Look at Cow. Hasn't he changed, bro?
Yeah. Still a fat cunt in my eyes. Yeah, go back to the beer review. I'm
gonna start doing a beer review, and
yes,
I got a few people lined up. I didn't tell you I was going to do this, but I didn't think you'd mind. So,
no, carry on.
I'm drinking Crankshaft, Bentspoke. Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
I've already had 2.
It's your birthday. You don't turn fucking 55 every day of the week.
Mate, I had the weirdest fucking day. You should have seen the people I was hanging around with.
Explain to me. Do remember I used to be a removalist.
I've got to be a bit careful. Because unfortunately I need these people at the moment. But
for now.
But how's your week been, mate? I've had a fucking very strange week.
Haven't you? My week is a perpetual Groundhog Day. It's like the fucking movie, just churning.
How's COVID over there?
It's pretty much non-existent. Singapore is the most regulated fucking place in the world. You can't go outside without a mask. So if you're outside without a mask, I think you get fined about 500 Aussie.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, and it's just fucking weird. Like, we're allowed to train jiu-jitsu, but you're only allowed to be in groups of 6. And if you want to change groups, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks away from the gym to be allowed to go and sweat on some other poor cunt.
So you've only got your 6. So you've got like your training group, and that's it. So
yeah.
if you can't train when they train, you can't train that day.
Exactly. It's fucking ridiculous. And you know, you're there, everyone, and it's cordoned off into little spaces, and it's just so stupid. It's Singapore for you. It's so regulated. You'll have to come out and have a look one time if we're allowed to one day.
Has the vaccine rolled out there yet?
Yeah, so it started coming. So this quarter, it's going to the emergency medical staff.
Yeah.
And then quarter 2, the old fuckers. Quarter 3, everyone else.
How's it work there? Do you have to pay for it? Or it's just...
So Singapore's a fucking small island, mate. So anyone that's got an employee pass or a dependence pass gets it for free as part of the government. They're rich. They're fucking rich. It's one of the richest countries in the fucking planet, actually.
So do you know, what's the population there? Because it's only a small place, isn't it?
Great question. Let me have a Google. Can you still see me?
No, I can't. But that's probably a good thing,
That's
bro.
probably for the best. Face
Mate,
for fucking radio.
Mate, I've had a very weird week.
Why?
I'm not going to say because I'm going to post this tonight, but you know why.
Yeah. No, but it's been a good week.
It has been a good week.
Think you've lived 33 years of unsuccessful mediocrity to
Go on.
to finally achieve something in the last 6 days. You know, it's taken you 33 years to do 6 days worth of work, and you should be happy with that. Honestly, you know, it's fucking outrageous. You should be proud of yourself,
mate. That might be the first nice thing you've ever said to me.
Well, did Kate Gould tell you I gave her a compliment the other day? And
yeah, you did.
First and last one, Kate. Get that paper bag back on that head of yours.
Maybe the lack of booze is good for you.
It's fucking ridiculous. How
much money have you saved, bro, by the way?
This month?
Yeah, this month.
About $3,000.
Aussie?
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous. So booze here is fucking highway robbery. It's ridiculous.
So do they tax it like they do here?
It's fucking ridiculous. So if I want to go have a pint, it's about 20 Aussie after tax.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd think I'd have abs by now, eh? But I don't. It's fucking ridiculous.
What are you weighing?
106.
That's big for you, though, isn't it? Fuck.
I can't stop eating here.
Mate, when are you... Bad. I think we should fucking do some sort of food thing on the YouTubes. I just see all the stuff you eat.
Eating challenge.
Yeah,
eating challenge.
Eating challenge. Maybe exploring a little bit. When's the last time you've been to Hong Kong?
Hong Kong has gone to absolute shit.
Yeah.
That Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
Not the Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
The Simpsons movie.
Yeah.
You know the Simpsons movie where they put that cone over Springfield?
Yeah.
That's literally what they're doing at the moment. It's fucking ridiculous. And what else? So for example, if you're coming from the UK and you want to get back into Hong Kong, the law now is you have to quarantine for 3 weeks outside of, in a different country from the UK before you're allowed back into Hong Kong.
So you go to Macau, maybe.
The thing is, there's no flights. So you can't actually get into Hong Kong unless you go via Dubai for 3 weeks.
But is that only from the UK?
UK and the other variant countries, what have they got? The UK variant, the Brazilian variant, and the South African variant. So anyone coming from those countries has got to do that. The other one is it's a 3-week quarantine now.
Mm.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I'll be stuck here. I reckon another year before I get to travel again. I might actually. Have you ever seen the movie Waterworld?
No.
Kevin Costner. So basically, he lives on a catamaran, and the world's fucked, which is how I'm picturing it at the moment. So I'm going to build my own catamaran. Maybe just a couple of floaties, a heap of beer, a little towel to sail me.
Which is for your pool.
That's a good idea. I'm going to sail over to Bali.
Oh, Kate's popping in.
There he is.
She can't hear you. Oh, he was
What's
actually being nice for you.
What's for dinner?
Oh, mate, I got spoiled today. Mum bought me a small coffee, and
I thought.
What else good happened today? I got bacon and eggs for dinner.
Jesus, you're living a good life.
Mate, I tell you what, this is a fucking good beer, bro.
Okay, so when are you starting your brewery?
Oh, I don't know. I got to do that. Full Chubb breweries.
Well, I was talking to Cal the other day, and I think we should call it. Hang on. BBJJ, beers, booze, jiu-jitsu. run by us. Yeah,
Obviously.
yeah, we'll make no money.
Actually, we'll probably go into debt with us.
That's all right. We got a father that can get us out of it.
Oh, sorry. Hopefully, you won't watch this.
He won't. He's kind of alive.
No, yeah, he does. He does.
So, I thought this would be a good opportunity to ask you about your rugby career while I'm on that topic. What are you doing at the moment? How is coaching today? And what's next for 2021?
So, sorry, I was just swallowing some bacon. I was helping coach some kids. Yeah, I know. Cannibal. Yeah, mate. I was helping. Marcus Carboni. Yeah. He just retired through injury, and he started a program called the Sydney Rugby Alliance, which is so they're trying to bridge the gap between the juniors and playing for Colts. So I'm helping them out with scrums. So that's kind of the most coaching I'm doing, but. Mm-hmm. I guess I'm one of the coaches for South for the grade. If I'm honest, I'm probably more of a watcher and an observer, and just trying to learn as much as possible. But I do a bit with the forwards, but I'm probably more of an assistant and just learning at the moment.
And this is what's the chances of pulling the boots back on?
Oh, I'm not gonna play, mate. I've got puffed walking up the hill today, carrying like a fucking PVC pipe. I'm working so much at the moment that, and it's an excuse definitely, but yeah, no, I'm done. I'm done, bro. I'm done.
Are you okay with walking away like that?
Yeah. Did you listen to the one I did with Taff?
Yeah, I did. Good bloke.
Yeah, he's a really good guy.
Yeah.
He's so I had a back concussion last year, which kind of fucked me up for 6 weeks, and I came back from that. I was in really good shape before that. Came back after that, and I just felt I was fucked. It was like, you've had concussions, obviously. You know that feeling where you're driving, like I was driving down the M5 one day, which is a big freeway in Sydney, and these two trucks passed me. And I felt like they were going backwards, and I was sort of stuck. Look, I probably would have retired right then and there, but I, it's a bit of a shit thing to do mid-season. So I thought, you know what, I'll finish the year and just try and enjoy it, really.
There's a game at cricket club where you're on the bench because your body was cooked, and I got knocked out, and I kept playing, which I've done many times in my 20-year career. You should have retired then and there. You've reached the pinnacle. You played 4th grade with Pony and inside centre. Like, how can he looks like, who's the fat cunt that plays 10 in the UK?
Oh, Andy Good.
He reminds me of an athletic Andy Good. And fuck me, I thought I could drink. He can fucking drink. That would be an interesting competition to bring back up. I think
you versus him. You versus him.
First one to fall over loses.
Mate, he's moved. He probably lives 150 meters away from me now. And
do you have a restraining order yet?
Oh, I love that dude. But he lives too close to me.
It's dangerous when you don't actually have to drive home, isn't it?
Oh man, yeah. And he's got this little man cave that he's set up, and it's it's like right near the beach. You can't quite see the beach from the man cave, but you're close to the water. You know that sort of water feel that you get, and and you've had beers with him. He's one of the best people to have beers with alive.
He's a good egg. He does look like John Lovett's long lost child, though, or twin brother.
More so at the moment too. He's pardon me, bro. He's been living hard. But he's these people you meet in rugby that are just characters, he's right up there, right up there.
So is he still playing?
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. He is, but he hasn't been at training, so I reckon he'll play. I
Fourth
reckon.
grade is for that. You don't train. The best games I ever played, I didn't train.
Mate, I heard this the other day that fourth grade is fat man's first grade. And I'd never
You
heard
should have
that
joined
before.
that years ago. That's brilliant.
It's fucking true.
What time's kickoff?
For fourth grade, I think it's 10:30.
Yeah,
Good job.
10:30. So 10:30. You're done by.
Oh, you're blind by second grade. Blind.
Right. I'm moving home. My visa expires here, I think June 2022, and I'll move home. And then you can come out of retirement. Pony 10, you 12. Me.
You could 13. Be 9. You could be 9.
9. I could be 9. The ball will not go past Pony, but that's okay.
But he's the fourth grade boys are awesome. They're awesome. Yeah.
It looks it. I miss that part of rugby. The end of my career was all about cash.
Yeah. I think, mate, some of the, the couple of the people that I've just talked to, so I won't bring them up. But one thing that I sort of saw in common with them is that they absolutely loved it, and that I feel like they would do it regardless of what they were getting paid. And I think if you're playing for money is a good enough reason to play, because you've got to earn money, and you've got a life to live. But I feel like you probably need more than that for some of the consequences it puts on your body. If that makes sense.
That's why I retired. I got to the stage where, what was I getting? Let me do the calcs. I think it was about 500-600 Aussie a game,
which is like equivalent to like a decent shoot shield. Although some of the shoot shield clubs pay shitloads now, but it's not bad.
Yeah, I was fucking hammered every week. It was $600 a game, and it was sort of like I was in the cab on the way to hospital with an egg on my head from not accidentally. The useless cunt that was playing flanker at the time for my team flew around, missed the guy, and I tackled this big fucking number 8 gorilla from New Zealand. And then my guy's head spun around, hit me there, through my headgear. I had a fucking elephant horn. I'll send you a picture.
I think I remember seeing it.
I woke up, came to about 30 seconds to a minute later, and was like, that's it. And then off I went. I went to hospital. I got rushed through. They tried to give me a tetanus shot, and I'm fucking scared of needles. So I said, go fuck yourself. Scan my brain. As they fucking did. They did that. They worked out there was no brain, and they sent me home.
Mate, speaking of needles, Pony, last year's preseason, maybe week 2, we're doing full contact, 8 in the morning on a Saturday. Pony goes to, I've made a tackle. Pony goes to like go after the ball or something, sees that I'm about to get up, jumps over me because he's quite athletic, lands on my he is actually quite athletic, lands on my shin. His stud goes through my shin. I puncture my shin. Now so you know what a pussy I am. It didn't, it hurt a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. But it was more the blood. And I've gone to Jock. I don't need stitches, Jock. I don't need stitches. No, I don't need stitches, surely. And it was bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. And I'm like, I went home, wrapped my leg, and it was just bleeding constantly. I'm like, I need fucking stitches. So I sucked it up, went to the, what are you doing? Went to the, no, you're good. Mate, no one will watch this anyway.
No, that's okay.
We went to the medical center because I didn't have to pay for it. They obviously straight to the front of the line, stitches. I have to cover my eyes with like a shirt or a towel because I just, I can live with seeing people get shot in movies, but I can't see people get stabbed. So people like knives or things piercing the skin, I can't deal with that. And so I'm lying in this bed covering my eyes. They're working on my shin. Obviously, doesn't hurt at all because they put the needles in. That's fine. All right, you need a tetanus shot. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. This little kid next to me who was 7 had done a similar sort of thing playing soccer that morning, had literally got a tetanus shot while I was sitting there, and I refused to do it. I ended up going back because Kate fucking bullied me into it, but it's...
Two things. You're playing 4th grade and you're doing contact at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning at training. I had a rule. If I'm going to tackle in a game, I'm not tackling or getting tackled at training. When you have one brain cell left, you save it for the game.
Yeah. Mate, I got a theory. There's only a certain amount of tackles the body could take.
Yeah, I wish I knew how what I know now about approaching contact.
Yeah.
From jiu-jitsu in my playing days, because I would dive at people's legs to get them down, and I fearless for that, but it's just it's stupidity. It's stupidity.
I started training with this guy, Justin Lang.
Yeah, I follow his stuff.
Yeah, he's awesome. And he said to me, a tackle is a takedown from jiu-jitsu or wrestling. And if you think about it, that's exactly what it is. And only just like some rugby people are starting to adapt that, but I still think there's a long way to go. But if you look at all the league teams, they all have jiu-jitsu or wrestling coaches, because controlling another human being is jiu-jitsu or wrestling, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and then the grips around how you enter contact, the space. The one thing I find tricky is when I'm entering for a double leg in jiu-jitsu, I'm entering with my closest knee. You know how usually we try and get I don't know the terminology now, but it's the foot in the hoop. You're trying to get in as tight as you can with the front leg. In jits, you're meant to drop your front knee to the floor to do the double leg.
But isn't it still? So you're leading with that penetration leg. So just say you're going right leg.
You're shooting it through their legs, and you want it.
But it's the same. Like, you're not doing that in rugby, but it's the same fundamental principles of getting your foot in as close as possible, like making contact while you head up that part of the body, and then running through the contact.
And hitting through. And then one thing I really learned recently is when you're putting your pressure on, you can squeeze them through like that, and like people will just fall over. I wish I knew all this shit before.
What you know now, I think rugby. I think the next big thing of rugby is having that sort of stuff. And I think some teams do it, but even like scrummaging, I heard, Mike Cron, the former All Blacks coach, he was talking about how he thinks one of the best things young props can do is wrestling, because the ability to control your body, and that conditioning that wrestling gives you, or jiu-jitsu, is so applicable to that forward work in rugby that it's almost crazy it hasn't been adapted more, I think.
Yeah, totally.
Would you agree?
100%.
You would agree.
Wrestling. So for a while in Hong Kong, we had Alberto Mina, who's a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
A high-level black belt jiu-jitsu guy. He's also a top-level wrestler. Came and did, I think it was 4 or 5 wrestling classes every Saturday.
Yeah.
And man,
did you ever go and do it?
I did every one I could. I missed one, I think.
Yeah.
And it is just so different. It is exhausting. It is so tiring. It makes you realize, like, Khabib and DC and those guys that we watch in the UFC are just ridiculous. Even DC, for a fat fuck, to be able to move his body like that, and Ben Askren, it's crazy.
It's a different athleticism, isn't it? And
but I don't think I've been out of rugby for so long. I retired 3 years ago, I think, and it's changed then. Like when I was playing for Hong Kong, that was sort of the transition from pro to amateur to pro.
Yeah.
And, like the guys now are huge and they're athletic. And if they add that sort of conditioning, holy fuck.
I agree.
Like,
What's
Jack Parfitt's a fucking big fat cunt. If he could wrestle and do jiu-jitsu, he would kill people.
What's going? Do you still talk to anyone over there?
Not really, man. I sort of lost interest. I found it really hard. I found it really hard when I retired, to be honest.
Yeah. Why?
You hit the nail on the head a few weeks ago. The whole purpose of your week, your life, it revolves around rugby season, Saturday game, preparing, training, the boys. And then I walked away. I could have kept playing, but I thought, fuck, it's time to actually make some money. I walked away and then I turned up in a few games and I thought, what am I doing here? I could be out there. I was 27, so I was a good age still. I could be out there. I could be contributing. I can then feel that. And you just don't feel the same. You really don't. And then I got so drunk for 3 weeks in a row, I just stopped going. I couldn't go. And then I gradually started going back the last 6 months I was in town. I made a couple of cameos for the 4th grade side. It was just shit that wasn't fun.
What's the most amount of days you've drunk in a row?
I don't know how many.
It's just you and me talking.
How many years? How many years is 12 years?
How many days is 12 years?
Okay, so give you an idea. Yes, I like to drink, but I also exercise ridiculously. We arrived in Singapore on the 7th of July, day before Mum's birthday. And I had 2 days off drinking until New Year's. So 6 months straight of drinking. And
and what do you consider drinking? More than 2 beers a night?
Please, 4 at least, and potentially a bottle of wine. It's I've never felt so good in my life. The clarity is disgustingly overwhelming. I think I said to Kira this morning, I go, this is probably for the first month since I was 17 that I remember every day I've woken up.
Fuck.
I miss that sweet taste. But the Heineken, non-alcoholic Heineken here, actually it tastes right, and it does the beer thing, I guess.
Does it give you a buzz?
No, that's what I'm chasing.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
Thing is, it tastes good. It tastes so good. All beer tastes good, but you wake up. I don't know. I'm probably going to turn the taps on next week. So dry January. I've gained 3 kilos.
Through exercise or through just eating more?
I'm eating like a pig. I should send you you've probably seen it. It's not good. Last week yesterday I had a smoked salmon bagel for breakfast. Delicious, might add. Yeah. And then for lunch, I had a burrito bowl. And then dinner, I didn't want to cook because all I had to do was heat up some mince in a fry pan. So we had Thai delivery. It's like, oh, fuck.
So just for simple Australians, like, how does it work in Singapore? Just say you want, I shouldn't say simple, I should say deprived Australians. Just say you need a cup of almonds for a meal that you're making. How do you get it?
Right. So Singapore, here's an example. We arrived in Singapore and we had to do 2 weeks quarantine in our apartment. So Kira jumped on her application on the way home to our apartment that we'd never been in before, besides viewing it when we signed the lease, and ordered 2 6-packs of beers that were delivered 13 minutes later.
And how much did that cost you?
Like $1
for the delivery.
The delivery fee, and then the 6 packs, whatever they were.
Whatever they were. Fucking hell. So it's super convenient. So it's super convenient there.
It's fucking ridiculously convenient. So if say for example, You guys will be fucked because it's also cheaper to eat out too at times than cook in.
Hong Kong was kind of the same.
Yeah, and like if you want to, we've got a curry shop at the corner of our road, which is open 24 hours a day. And if I want to go there, I can get 2 or 3 rotis with a bowl of curry sauce for like $6 Aussie.
Fucking hell.
And then if for a coffee out here, it costs $6. Like
that's pretty much Australian prices.
Aussies
it's a bit more. It's a bit more
1-to-1.
Yeah. It's a bit more, but
it's stupidly convenient. So if I want cashew nuts for dinner, I'll go on an app and you can order anything. This is fucking ridiculous that I haven't told you. If you don't want to go to the doctor's for a checkup, there's an app called Doctor Anywhere that you register with your Singapore ID card, and they'll do a FaceTime consultation with you, and then they'll send you the sick note, they'll send you the meds, and they'll bill your credit card without you actually having to go anywhere. No, cut this out. It's bred a soft bunch of yes men that are entitled fucking pathetic losers.
I'm definitely not cutting this out.
Whatever, I don't care. I'd happily get deported. Honestly, I'm living Groundhog Day here every day. I wake up, I go boxing, I go sit by the pool. People think, ooh, living by the pool, photo of my feet. Mm-hmm. And then I fucking go to work, pretend like I'm working all day, send a few emails, play a few games of chess, eat ridiculously, go to jiu-jitsu, walk home, have 2 beers on the walk home, sometimes alcoholic, most of the time alcoholic. Get home, Kira's working. What do? I go sit and drink beer at the pool. And it just... And there's nowhere to escape. There's no beaches. There's no islands. There's nowhere to escape. So that's why I exercise 12 times a week.
Fucking hell.
Look, Singapore's cool, but I moved here because it was close to home and close to Bali and close to Bangkok and close to Phuket and
good money as well. Good-ish money.
So Moi Wo was cheap, right?
Yeah.
Moi Wo was cheap and it was easy. And so my rent's gone up. I was paying equivalent to about $2,000 a month rent in Hong Kong. Now I'm paying $3,500 a month. Yeah. One income, right? It's not.
So the costs have gone up as the money's gone up. That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's not as good as it was, but it's just different. It's a cool place. It's a cool place for a foodie.
I'll let you go soon, bro. Thank you for doing this. And it's good. It's good to see you, by the way. Crazy Rich Asians, that food market. Have you been there?
Yeah, I've been there. Not in this last 6 months, but they're all like that, man. They're all like that. It's just, honestly, it is just, a mate of mine who I did jiu-jitsu with in Hong Kong, same size as me, uber duper religious, top bloke. He said to me on the ferry one day, he goes, "Look, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, blah blah blah." Look,
not our type of guy.
No, but he goes, "Look, I can't believe out of you and Kira that you're the level-headed, calm one." It's like, holy fuck. It's like it's if like, wait till you see what Kira and I are having for dinner on Saturday. It's just.
Where are you going?
We're going to I think it's the 13th best steakhouse in the planet.
Yeah, right. In Singapore.
In Singapore. That is 80 meters from my front door. It's next to some famous celebrity British chef that does...
like Heston Blumenthal or something like that.
One of those fucks, but it's next door. And thank fuck we're not drinking, because if we were drinking, dinner would cost about $600. Fuck.
Yeah, but... how often do you get to do? I think that's probably your and my problem is it's oh, fuck it. Why not? Like, well, when am I going to get to do this again? You know what I mean?
If you look back over my last 2.5 years of the travel and the eating that I've done,
yeah,
like this sounds really fucking wanky. It's all blurred into one now. Like New York was just amazing.
I think you're fucking lucky to have been to New York when you got to go to New York, because it's not going to be. I don't think it'll be the same for years, if it is ever the same again.
I think I was fucking patient zero, if I'm totally honest. When you put it in context, so
have you been tested?
When we landed in here, I was fine.
Yeah. Okay. So
they could get up. They could get up one nostril. He fucking had to really jam it up the other nostril.
All the degenerate activities from over the years.
Yeah. All that. Yeah.
But fun stuff.
We were walking around New York, so we were doing 20, 30 Ks a day, right? We walked to Brooklyn. We walked everywhere. And this was 2 weeks before it all shut down. Literally 2 weeks. And, the UK was the same. We were in London for around 4 or 5 days everywhere. That shut down soon after we left. And we went to New York. That shut down. We got back to Singapore. We found an apartment. We fucked off to Bali. As we were in Bali, Singapore shut down.
Yeah.
And then we got stuck in Bali for 10 days. It was horrible, trust me. Eating barbecued meat on the beach and surfing every day and drinking ice cold bin tanks, pretending to work. It was fucking shit. I actually said to the boss, tried to make me come back to Singapore. And I said, not a chance in hell, because my house is in Hong Kong at the moment. And if I didn't do that, I'd still be paying rent in Hong Kong. I wouldn't have been able to get back. So I got 10 days extra in Bali, flew back to Hong Kong. It was like getting processed for a prison sentence when we landed.
I could imagine.
I upgraded us to business class because we knew we weren't going to be able to use our Asia miles after that. Credit card points.
Yeah.
And we got so drunk on the flight back to Hong Kong. I lost Kira's medical declaration form that says, we don't have COVID. We went through, got in a cab, got back to our apartment, which you never saw. No, you did see, downstairs. We've been traveling for 2 months. So we weren't told that the door code had changed to access our building.
Yeah.
And we got back to our building at 1 a.m. and we couldn't get in.
So what did you do?
So we pressed the buttons on the thing, and the poor little fucking Mormon nun fuck thing that lived in our building opened it for us. Yeah, she was fucking lovely, and she let us in. She said, God bless you, and I offered to carry her back up the stairs, but she didn't accept. And then we got locked away for 2 weeks, and yeah.
I'm going to let you go in a sec.
It's Kira works from 6 till 8 tonight.
I kind of want to keep these videos short. That's why I'm letting you go.
Sorry, mate. A lot of this content's probably not worth listening to. So
who gives a
good
shit?
Memories for us. Yeah,
it is. Exactly. Our mother might like it. Maybe the coffee van could sponsor one of these episodes. What do you think?
I drink instant coffee here because it's cheap. It's like you should talk to her, but I think you should do it when she doesn't know you're doing it.
Yeah. So, hey, Mum, do you mind Zooming with me? Hey,
no, don't video it. Don't video it. Put the record on, or get that Insta mic thing I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And just talk and catch her off guard.
Is Insta mic's the one Jed was telling you?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the best food country you've ever been?
Singapore, without a doubt.
Better than New York, Hong Kong, Japan, Rome.
Singapore has everything. I haven't been to Rome yet. That's coming. Japan was fucking amazing, but that's more for people like us that like raw fish and don't frown upon you for eating whales or horse sushi at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, the horse.
Meaty.
Food's food, I guess.
I was drunk.
In Italy, they would do like a horse mince, like raw horse mince. I didn't try
How
it,
was
but
it?
I didn't try it. I was too much of a pussy, but Marcus loved it. So
He looks like a loose cannon on the food, is he? Or is he all right?
no, he might watch this. So he's a very sensible young man. I'd recommend him as a lawyer to you the next time you get arrested.
We used him a few years back, I suppose. No, horse, look, meat's meat. If it's cooked right or if it's cut right, like the whale sushi, you wouldn't have known.
Hey, good to see you. I think this
What's
is a
on
good
tomorrow?
chat. I got to go to work. I got a job now.
It's fucking shit. It's shit. Here's what we need to do. Okay, let me put in the context. I've been planning this for you because honestly, I'm living my life vicariously through others. And
Jeez, that's sad. If
successful.
you're living through me, that's sad.
You've had 6 days of pure success on. That's a freight train from just right off the other 32 years and 300, whatever it was. Buy a van, put a bed in the back of it, get a little kennel for Kate. I love you, Kate. No, I don't.
She won't watch this far, bro. Half an hour in, she'll lose interest. 20 minutes in, probably.
See, I've been doing this. Like, I'm so busy, I just don't want to work. It's honestly, it's making rich people follow the rules, and you'll be fucking shocked. You'd like it actually. When I turn up to a meeting or jump on a FaceTime or a Zoom call, their whole demeanor changes. It's like, oh God, you're big, fucking scary, ugly, and look like a fucking Al Qaeda security guard. And then I start pretending like I know what I'm talking about, and they shut the fuck up and listen and go, okay, yes, we'll do that. I go, oh, it's just rich people. Like, yeah. This is why I didn't do jiu-jitsu today because I had a meeting, and I boxed this morning, and I'm edgy. I'm edgy.
You should have a fight, I reckon.
I've said this to Kira. I go, I wouldn't want to fight me.
You can't fight people. One of the best bits of advice I ever was given is don't fight people with nothing to lose.
Well, that's yeah. That could be taken. Look, I you know what? I would just love someone to say. Do you want to have a go? I'll be like, yeah. Like I've done one sparring session at boxing, and boxing is so technical, man. Like I was 10 kilos heavier than the two poor cunts that were partnered with me, and I've never really sparred before. And I'm throwing a couple of shots, and us bigger gentlemen, we need to remember that when we throw something, we can't throw it 100%, because even if you're trying to connect it lightly, you can hurt these people when they're significantly smaller than you. And the footwork and the move, all I wanted to do is get a hold of the guy, maul him to bits, take him down and beat the crap out of him. But they want you to bounce and dance. It's like, fuck, I'm not cut out for this. I have no idea how Tyson Fury and those guys do it. Anyway,
they've been doing it for years.
Singapore's next heavyweight MMA specialist, and the Bentspoke beer. You know,
delicious. Delicious.
I actually agree with you. Once a week or fortnight, when degenerate Chubb, after he gets out of prison or whatever he's doing, comes back to us.
Review beers.
We review beers. Yeah, I'm also I'm a bit of a wine connoisseur. It tastes grapey and all that shit.
What I kind of want to do is give like some local breweries. Like, man, I got fuck all followers and shit, but like review some local Aussie beers.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking, and just talk shit at the same time. I got this guy. I just posted it before. His name's Maui Bulldogs. He's going to do one with me from the boys from the area. So
all I would say to you, for you, this is something that I've been wanting. I've been wanting to say this to you for ages. Your last two podcasts. So you've done 6 eps, right?
I've recorded 6 eps. I've only put out like 4.
Yeah,
3.
yeah,
I've only put
yeah.
3 out. 4's coming out next week.
Just reaching out to people and putting yourself out there is going to be huge. And I look at what you've opened up and who you spoke to yesterday, going, there is no way this can't fucking turn out to be a monetized gig. There is no way. The energy in the gym needs to be fucking really out there. Like, you need to have a beer and chat and go,
I know
what's going on?
I
And
know, but
like,
it's so strange. Like you know who I talked to yesterday.
yeah. It's like,
But
mate.
I know you should act like it's your show and you should act like you deserve it. But if you told me a week ago I was going to talk to these two, I would have said you were off your fucking head. But
that's it. That's fucking it. That you follow a lot of Gary V's bullshit, right? And he's just fucking. We don't get out of this shit alive. You've just spoken to these guys, and the next motherfucker you speak to, go, mate, tell me about what's going on in your life.
oh, I've got a good one. The next one's a good one as well. I booked him in yesterday.
Yeah,
he's good. I'll be more comfortable talking to him.
Is he the prop?
Yeah.
Yeah, just mate, talk me
He's
through
awesome.
your career.
I know. But I was talking to this guy going, I'm fucking talking to this guy. No one wants to hear what you have. That's what I was thinking. You know what I mean? It was like a balance between wanting to hear this guy talk to him and not talk too much. I know. But look, episode 6, I've talked to 2 people I don't know, and episode 5 and 6, you know what I mean?
That's it. But it's easier said than done. I wasn't talking to them. I'm not really like, I see what you're doing and I go, this is fucking cool. And like, just pick the, like, just triggers, what are your thoughts on? You did well. You did all right. You did really well. And I think the half an hour mark's the key, because what you'll find is people are going to listen to the whole episode, and then halfway through it, drop a 10-second or 15-second. And if you would like to get some caffeine going, call.
I fucking hate those ads. Unless someone else is paying me. Look, the podcast advertising does work, by the way. I've had more. No, well, I want to sell gum. Like I sold 3 boxes today, and it's from people through the podcast. So, you know,
but that's it. You know, I'm getting a few people reach out to me because I'm sharing your things on LinkedIn and Facebook, and it's like people want to talk about themselves, and if you can ask the right questions and just trigger them, and it's, you know, like if I was to ask you a question, it would be, what did you actually want out of your rugby career?
I always thought I wanted to be a professional rugby player. And even though my work ethic didn't match that statement, that's what I thought I wanted. But I didn't really want that.
Like, when did you work that out?
Probably only 3 months ago. Like, definitely. You know, I had a couple of experiences with professional rugby.
Yeah.
And I got into that environment. I'm like, this is not fucking professional. This is fucking shit. But I wasn't smart enough. Like I wasn't, I don't like being one of those people that gives up on something. So I kind of kept pushing. And it's really only the last couple of years where I actually worked reasonably hard, but I never did it consistently long enough. I didn't really want it. If I'm honest, I didn't really want it, because if you want something enough, you'll do whatever it takes to get there. And I never did that.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Did the subjective nature of professional rugby and the fact that it is a bunch of guys' opinions of whether you're good or not play a part in how you felt about the game? Because it really, you're putting your hopes and dreams and the decisions of some has-been or some guy that is been appointed to lead the team in a strategic direction that they believe is correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a theory that once people have a perception of you, particularly in rugby, but maybe in life as well, it's very hard to change it. And
definitely in life.
I think, look, I could have become the most electrifying ball runner in Australian rugby and stopped drinking for a couple of years, and there still would have been that sort of perception about me, I think. And
you're right.
I haven't met many coaches that just judge on what they see. You know, well, what do they see? And look, you know, I've had more fun than you could possibly imagine, and I wish I'd had more fun.
If I look back from our Coffs Harbour days and just gone, what was the next 12 years going to be? I wish I had the attitude for that last 12 years from when I won a grand final for Gators in 2011. I think it was two years before I won one for Coffs. And if I knew what and how my rugby career would have ended, I would have said, just have fun, baby. I put my hopes and dreams in the hands of a bunch of people. And you hit the nail on the head. They perceive you as something, so therefore you are. And then when I ended up playing 10 test matches in a row, I played good rugby.
But there's still that perception of you, which is probably why they didn't want to sign you for the professional thing, even though you were the best in your position. And I would never blow smoke up your ass. I was watching the games at that time, and you were one of the best players.
Yeah, I know that, man. I know that, and I step back and I go, it is my fault they perceive me how I was and am, but I'm not the same guy that I was.
100%.
But they don't get that. And it is what it is. My actions on the field did the talking. Was I still a pisshead? Fucking oath I was.
Yeah.
But I think you said it to one of your guys the other day. Might have been Kano. It was, it's how you turn up on the day is what counts. Yeah. If you want to have a few pints on Thursday, have a few pints. But I'm going back to you. You put your hopes and dreams. You thought you wanted to be a professional rugby player, and you made a level that I would have only look. I played international whoop-de-doo. You played at a level that I would have only dreamed of. Did I ever have a go? No, I fucked off to Asia and did what I did. But you got to a level through pure fucking talent alone, without actually tapping that physical potential that I thought if you tapped, sky's the limit. But then you never wanted it.
That's right, mate. Because if you wanted something enough, I would have done it. I think. I don't regret it. I've had so much fun. The only regret I had is that I didn't have twice as much fun, and I still had more fun than anyone I've ever known. You'd
look like me at the age of 32 if you fucking had more fun.
Mate, I played with some of the absolute best. Yeah,
I know. And if you look back over your career, and the other thing I would say to you is, I'm not sure I've said to you before, no one gives a fuck anyway. But if you look back 100%. Over your career and are proud of what you achieved, chasing after a stupid little egg and headbutting into a fucking scrum, fuck, that's all that matters. Because
but I don't even think about it. I don't think about it. I don't feel good about it. The only thing that I feel good about is that I've made a shitload of friends who are all complete fucking maniacs, and I've seen the world, and everything good in my life has come from rugby, and probably more specifically from Southern Districts.
Yep, because you committed to Southern Districts.
Like I think if I was really honest with myself, I probably stopped enjoying rugby. Like I love the game, but I stopped enjoying it a few years ago. But I love Southern Districts, man. It's the only place I've ever felt at home.
I love it too, and I've anytime I come back. But you know why? And I think this is really interesting. If you look back over the last 33 years, tell me what else you've actually committed that much to in your life. Nothing.
No.
You've committed to the club, the cause, the people, the environment.
Yeah, that. What I'm doing now with this stuff and Wandering Bear, I'm the first person to say I'm a lazy fuck, but I've been fucking working my ass off at this, and I'm enjoying it too. It's fun. I love doing it. A podcast is a fucking awesome excuse to talk to people you enjoy.
It's just chatting.
But it is. But it's hey, world class coach, can I talk to you on Zoom? Fuck off. Hey, world class coach. Hey, one of the world's best ever players. I'm doing a podcast. Would you like to come on? Yes. Hey, would you like to do a Zoom chat with me? Who the fuck are you?
You
know what I mean?
Yesterday. So Duncan, you're a footy player, I assume. It's like, obviously, cunt.
Not a footy player compared to you, brother.
Hey, one final thing. So my last season when I was playing for Hong Kong,
mm-hmm.
and I played against Korea, and I've never liked Andrew Hall as a coach at all. He's a good bloke, but a shit coach in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And we just beat Korea by a point.
I'm putting this in, by the way.
I don't give a fuck. I came on with hang on. I think I came on with 10 minutes to go. And I threw an intercept pass. I was like, oh, fuck. And then, that was a different test. I came on 10 minutes ago, hit a few darts, made a few tackles, and got so drunk that night with Paul Dwyer that I cannot remember which way is up. Korea's awesome because you get the 2-liter Coke bottles, but they put beer in it as well. So you can walk around with like a 2-liter beer.
Yes, they drink on the street.
Beer. Yeah. And so I stumble into this fucking post-match meeting the next day. I had to vomit in the corner. And then the only person in the room, and I stunk too, only person in the room that got a compliment from the cunt who never signed me as a professional rugby player that told me he was going to was me. And I'm sort of sitting there going, so anyway, and then playing against Japan. Fuck.
The Dennis Rodman of Hong Kong rugby.
My first test match against Japan, I came on for like 7-minute cameo at the end. And I was running around going, I'm playing international rugby, blah, blah. And then I get hit by Michael Leach as he runs at me, and I get dragged back about 15 meters. Why am I out here? Can I go off now? This isn't fun.
There's different levels in there.
I think 2 years later, you were there watching me start against the Japs, and that was probably one of the Koreans and the Japs, and they were my 2 best games I ever played.
I remember those games.
Anyway, I don't want to reminisce anymore. I'm probably going to go for another massage.
All right, fucker. Good to talk to you. I love you. Thank you for being on the Wandering Bear Sports Podcast, the #1 sports podcast in the world. I appreciate all your support as always, and let's do this more regularly. The absolute best thing about doing this is I get to talk to people I like, and you are definitely one of those people.
Okay, yeah, keep it up, and don't stop, man. This is Kane's, Taft's, Huey's as well. Like all great episodes. The other two.
Jed Holloway's coming out Wednesday.
I'll listen to Jed. Obviously, I know Jed.
Well, I'm going to put yours out. I'm going to try and edit it tonight, put it out tomorrow. I want to start doing this more. Have a beer with someone, just talk some shit.
Next one, I want to interview properly. Not interview, but ask, like actually map out
Yeah, some good
my whole
questions.
career.
Yeah, some good
Mate,
questions. I kind of
Do you know
threw you
what?
with the beer review thing, I think.
Well, mate, I'm fucking. I wake up wanting to drink beer. Um,
I do sometimes.
do you know what I miss? I miss Cops Rugby Club.
I'm
I
actually going
miss.
there. I'm actually shout out to Cost Rugby Club, Brendan Hoy. If you're listening to this, return my fucking call. I've been talking to them a bit lately. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go help them do some scrums. So,
when are you heading up there?
well, that's why I've been trying to ring Brendan. Brendan Hoy, return my calls, you fuck.
Brendan wouldn't know what a scrum was if a bit of an ass.
No, good guy though. I talked to him for ages the other day. He's still coaching. He's the first grade coach there.
He'd probably still pull his boots on him.
I reckon he would. I reckon.
It's like,
what are you saying?
It was the funnest time of rugby I've ever had. It was. You don't know how good it is until it's gone. I had that in the Gold Coast. I had that in Coffs. Barely had it in Hong Kong. I had my first year. I won 2 grand finals. Woke up in prison on Silly Sunday, thinking it was for some special treats, but it wasn't. I don't think I told you about that, did I?
You did, yeah.
Okay,
this is all going in, by the way.
0 fucks given. Go to Coffs. Shout out to Brendo, Bally Butch, and the boys. It's
legends.
That club, that ground, just fuck. It's just, and then running on for the grand final there, and then smoking a joint with the man himself, Ringo, after the grand final. I think that was the first bong I ever had, and I remember coming to spinning on the dance floor. I think it was the Coffs Hotel. As what's his name, Nathan Angwin was trying to throw me out the door. And then I think I woke up in a gutter somewhere, and that was. Then we went to Silly Sunday. Oh fuck, good times. And then I think I found 150 Aussie in the ATM machine at the yacht club. And it's
where can people find you? I've actually got quite a few subscribers, so
you should do this. Somebody feed lock is probably the best spot. I get
on Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram. I don't really look at Facebook and shit. My jiu-jitsu coach asked me the other day here, do your colleagues and bosses follow your Instagram? Yeah. You're fucking crazy, bro. Have a look. Why not? I don't care. Get me to 1,000. Come on.